The terms fake news and hate speech are probably the most discussed in Nigeria as the 2019 general elections approach. Even the federal government on many occasions has had cause to highlight the dangers associated with their negative influence in the country's political process.
National policy to deal.
Here at the 5th Annual Conference of the Association of Communication Scholars and Professionals of Nigeria, the issues are once again up for discussion. The two-day conference brings together journalists from across Africa, the academia, as well as government officials to dissect the issues and recommend possible solutions that perhaps could change the narrative.
You see, there are people also who will like to tag anything they don't agree with as fake news or hate speech. That's why I said we are trying to understand what the issues are. What are the problems? That does not mean that there are no hate speeches. That does not mean that there are no fake news. There are. But also, on the other side, we must also consider that is it not possible for people to use the excuse of fake news, of hate speech, to try to muzzle opposition?
For the Delta State Governor, represented by the state's Commissioner for Information, the conference could not have come at a better time.
The most worrisome about it is the social media. The social media, because there's no form of regulation. It's once you have any smartphone, you could just start any story. So it takes your being able to process that information before you can now deduce as an individual whether it's a true news or it's a fake news.
Some other media professionals believe that apart from the efforts to scrutinize and verify information, there's also the need for technology-based solutions to tackle hate speech and fake news.
Hate speech and the rest of them that are on, they don't emanate from us as news reporters and news producers. Well, maybe for the new media, yes, the young ones who want to make headlines, yes, but ordinarily, the professional news reportage, they don't emanate from us, they emanate from people who have one grouse or the other against another person.
How do you regulate this? The second dimension is how do we develop the needed technologies to be able to identify and block the transmission of fake news. And to my mind, that has nothing to do with freedom of expression. It has everything to do with the protection of people's privacy, and as well as the possibility of minimizing the prospects of any kind of violence that would occur because of the nature and quality of fake news and hate speech.
The event also featured sessions in which participants discussed various sub-themes of the conference. At the end, recommendations were made for relevant government agencies and professional bodies to, among other things, promote media literacy and ensure proper self-regulation as part of the solutions to fake news and hate speech.